Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off the cuff video, guys. What that means is I record and I upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You won't see my intro symbol at the beginning. I do have a transition button so that if it rains heavy or there's heavy wind or there's noise outside and stuff outside of my control, I can stop filming, wait for it to go and carry on. These weekly Wednesdays, for everyone that's new, are essentially a Q&A. You guys ask me questions and I answer them. They are 99% model focused and they are 99% GW stuff, of which is usually 99% 40k stuff. Okay. There is some terrain questions from time to time. They come into weekly Wednesday because I don't want to make a separate Q&A video to do with terrain. There's information about myself and what's going in and happening around the workshop. So that's the gist of these videos, weekly Wednesdays. Off the bat, I want to say, if I even pick up my question sheet, Monday's painting video, I really failed. The plan is to have it up for tomorrow, but I sort of bit off a little bit more I can chew, in the sense that I thought I could get it done. I was off work Sunday, so I was like, yeah, great, I can get it done. But the more I started working on it, the more detail I started seeing, and I was like, oh my goodness me. Now, hopefully, I'm hoping that when I finish this and it goes up, I'm hoping it'll be tomorrow. I hope it's worth the wait, and you'll guys go, wow, that's mind-blowingly awesome, because it's similar to what we've seen, but it's different and it's unique. When we do the vote today, you'll go, hold on a minute, something I know what's missing from that, and you'll know what it is. I was gonna give you a sneaky peek, and I don't know, I might give you a little snippet of a piece of it just to give you an idea, but I don't know yet. But yeah, it's my fault, because I was trying to do 101 things on Sunday, and I thought, yeah, I got plenty of time to get it done, and I didn't. I took the little one to the zoo, so I was like, right, no one pestering me, I can just crack on. But then they couldn't get the train back because they had to wait 2 hours for the train, so then they had to get a bus to somewhere else, and I had to go and pick them up. And you know, it was my own fault, because I should have really focused on that. The Venom called up on Monday. That was to be Sunday's video, but because I looked at what I was painting, I was like, I'm not going to get finished, so I held that back and put that on Mondays in its place. Right, so off the bat, commission Let's Builds, commission painting, and commission custom terrain pieces. Now, if you haven't seen the Let's Build video, guys, go and check one out, because I basically put model kits together for you. Why would you want that service? Because you may not have the space, the time, or you could have little hands around. You could have nosy cats. You could have housemates that just touch things and they should be touching them. Or you may not just feel comfortable building a model kit, that particular kit. So you go, okay, he's built it, or he will know how to do it. Let me give him a shout. Commission painting. I can paint to battle ready standard or beyond battle ready standard. Now, battle ready standard, you can put it on the table and away you go. Or you can take it away, you can wash it, you can dry brush it, you can edge highlight, do the transfers on, or whatever little magic you want to do to it. And custom terrain pieces. Now, I haven't done a terrain video in ages. I'm just getting very annoyed with myself for that. But there's some good news on the horizon, so I'll get on to that in a second. Now, I've been doing a lot of 3D printing with the resin, Anycubic resin 104K, where it is, printer. Nothing fancy. I've been trying to 3D print stuff just to get myself used to using supports and all that sort of stuff. I 3D printed an Eevee, it's a Pokemon, for my little one, because she loves that one. It looks fantastic. I've primed it down, and it's still a bit tacky, so I don't know if that's the way it's meant to be, or if I primed it too early, I don't know. But I'm probably going to give that a paint up for her and that. But the other piece of terrain I printed, it's a ruins, and I was just printing it so I could move it on the plate and see how it looks like, and try and make it bigger. And I've done an okay job. It could be bigger, but it was also, for me, it's to do with supports as well, because it's got 2 floors on it that are just, you know, in the L shape and it's in the corner, just like that, so I had to put support underneath and mess around like that. It's for me to learn, because my hope is to start 3D printing some stuff that I can actually add into terrain, or I can do something as, okay, I 3D printed this from this place, and then start, because a lot of you are like, oh, I don't have a 3D printer. Oh, the Anycubic Photon is what I have over there. It's easy to set up, it's easy to use, and it is worth investing in. I think that one cost me, I think it was 174 euros, something like that, on Amazon, but those are January sales. So you could be talking 200 euros, 220, 250 maybe. But it is very good, very, very good. I had a failed print this morning, which was a necromancer holding a book with flames coming out of it, and who had a skull or something, an orb or something in his hand, and it sort of printed the legs and then sort of lost itself. But that was my own fault for rushing and not putting enough supports in. But again, that's all learning from me. Those of you that enjoyed last battle report, Mark's coming back for another one. We're going to have it on Tuesday, so hopefully it'll go up on Tuesday's video. If not, it'll probably go up as Thursday's video, because weekly Wednesday, I could even put it up on Wednesday but in the afternoon and put the weekly Wednesday up in the morning, something like that. He's not bringing a Space Force this time, he's bringing a totally different army, he said to me, a mystery army, and I said okay. So I've got a good 4 or 5 models to build off camera, and about 7 or 8 to paint, to add into the army that I'm thinking of taking. But as it is at the moment, I actually, when I sat down here and I looked, I was actually sort of gave myself a little curveball idea, because it's going to be a 2,000 point, but I currently have around 13 to 1,400 points of a different army that wasn't going to contend because it's not near 2,000. But looking what I've got here, you know, and a few other bits and pieces, and a few bits behind me, I could actually get those done, painted up, and put into that to make it. But it's only Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days to get those bits done. It's not impossible, it's just going to be an uphill struggle if I do that. Because today, I was in work, and I've got bank holidays, and I keep asking for them, putting in a form to say that these are the days I want, gets rejected. I keep pestering the life out of them. So then what I did was I gave them a form in this morning, which had me down for 3 days 1 week, 3 days the next week, and then 3 days the week after that, because I still have my 2 days off in the week as well. So it give me 5 days off over 3 weeks. There's 15 days of being able to do stuff. And I was told, no, you can have next week. So next week, I'm actually on 5 days bank holiday, so a whole week's holiday next week, which is finally, thank goodness. So with that said, guys, you need to sit down and buckle up, because it's going to be an explosive week. The plan is to really push out videos and just make a huge dent in this, because I've also now got, you can't see it because it is up here in the corner, a Chaos Space Marine Land Raider to build. That's been added to the pile, which is, when I looked at the instructions for it, I was like, they've got to resculpt this, because the instructions are not, yeah, they're very, very silly, but hopefully they resculpt it. Anyway, I'm raffling on because I'm just very pleased with what's going to happen over the next week. Right, do you think they will release 10th edition of 40k early? No, I don't. I had the inkling at first they might, when certain things got leaked, but you got to remember, when things get leaked, they're not leaked, they're leaked on purpose to keep it to where everyone's beak. I don't think they're going to release it early. I think they're going to just slowly bleed information out to us over the next couple of months and really hype it up. Not that they have to, because it's going to be explosive. It's going to be really explosive just by looking at the few models that they've shown off. The primary, no, sorry, it's not primaris. It's a lieutenant in Phobos armor, because they're going away from the primaris, name. It's a lieutenant in Phobos armor. Looks absolutely amazing. The Terminators are amazing. The Termagants are amazing. The Termagants look actually menacing. They look really spiky and menacing, and yeah, I like them. This one's another question. Why do you have Let's Build on old Tyranid models when new ones are coming? I think I covered this a little while ago, and I was talking about this, same thing about the Khorne Berserkers. I was talking about them as well, because I have them, and I'm going to build them. Okay, regardless of whether the new ones look absolutely amazing than the old ones, but guaranteed there's people out there that have them as well, and they're just sitting there like this behind me. And not only that, when 10th edition does drop and I have all the new ones, I'll be showing you how to build those, and then I can add them to an already existing army, and it just be like a huge, make it even bigger. So that's why I'm still building them. I'm still painting them and everything else. But like with the Khorne Berserkers here, I'm not going to build them on camera, the old ones, because the new ones are already here. If 10th edition was here now, I wouldn't build the old Termagants or the Homagants or any of that on camera, because the new ones are here. But they're not here yet, so I want to get them done. I know people are going to say, yeah, get NIDs done, get NIDs done, yeah. They are in the pipework to be shown next week at some point. What do you think about 10th edition rules so far? I think they look fantastic. I think they look really, really smooth. And I think the game's going to be very quick to play. And that's the whole idea that GW wants. They want you to play the games quicker. And the reason they want you to play quicker, before someone asks me, is because then you start playing bigger games. Bigger games mean more models sold, more paint sold, more glue sold, more. Okay, that's they're a business, and they want you to play games bigger. Which we'll keep collecting them. We'll keep buying the kits and building them and painting them. So without even them trying to prompt us, we're going to be getting 3, 4, 5, 6,000 point games going. Now, they're just trying to they just make it easier for us, and try and help guide us in that direction. But the rules I've seen so far, I think I actually like the OC, objective control. I think that's a very, very clever way of doing it. Instead of going, oh, do they have objective control, or do these guys have it, or there's more models, they have a rating now. So I think, especially Terminators, are OC 1, which means they have objective control 1. So if they, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but from what I understand, if they were on an objective, OC 1, and I have a unit there, OC 2, means I control the objective because my OC is higher. Now, in terms of multiple units, from this is just what I can sort of figure out myself, hasn't been confirmed to me or nothing. If you had 2 units that had OC2 and OC1, so Terminators and another unit, so you're on OC3, and I have units there as well, doing combat fighting each other, and I have OC2, OC2, and OC3, or 2, whatever, doesn't matter, 3 2s. So I'm on 6, you're on 3, so I would control the objective. The only way for you to shake that away from me is by killing a unit, dropping me down in OC points. That's my understanding of it. It's not been confirmed to me, so that's just me looking and reading and going, okay, that's sort of what I understand from it. I like the data sheets as well. I think they're so much simpler, absolutely brilliant. One thing I love about it as well is there's universal rules now. In the last battle report me and Mark done, one of these guys had, I can't remember what it's called, but it's some fancy name, but basically reduced the damage coming into him by 1, down to a minimum of 1. And I said to him, oh, that's like the mark of Zen, just what that does. So then we started referring to it as that. And that's what they're doing in 10th edition. So there's no more Terminators are teleporting in, or Space Marines are death from above, wherever it is, where they drop down jump packs. It's Deep Strike. That's what it's called, is Deep Strike. So everyone that can do it is Deep Strike. So I think the flayed ones are trans-dimensional something or other. It's not that now, it's Deep Strike. which actually makes it a lot simpler. So if someone said it's deep strike, we all know what it is. I looked at some of the weapons profiles as well. I actually like them. Some of them have some nifty rules to them. I like that. The data sheet, Terminator data sheet I saw, it was just chain fist, power fist, and power weapon. So I don't know if that's going to be universal for lightning claws and all that and for the hammers. I don't think it will. I think they'll have their own data sheet. And one thing I like the sound of as well is GW's actually selling the army data sheets. So it just makes so much simpler rather than me sitting there trying to write everything down and get every rule down, abbreviate it down nicely. It's just a data sheet with a little pretty picture, their stat lines, everything else. I like the fact that their stat lines have been shortened down because the weapon profile, all the stuff for the weapons are below. So close combat weapons, if you're attacking with this, you have this amount of attacks. If this unit is attacking with this, they have this amount of attacks. This is what they need to hit. It's a lot simpler and a lot easier for me. Instead of me flicking through the book and having to find the right page, it's all on that data sheet. They are going to sell fast when it's released. Mark my words, guys, those data sheet packs are going to sell fast. Now even if they're 20 quid, people are still going to pay that, myself included, because it just saves so much time. The more time it's saving, the more game you're playing. You know, there is a few other bits and pieces, but I'm not going to talk about them now because I want to wait, another week or two, let some more information come out about it. But I'm very, very hyped up about it. Like I said before, a couple of weeks ago, I think this is what I said. I believe it's going to be around €200. I hope it's not. I hope it's like 150, 160, but I believe it's going to be around 200. And I believe there's going to be an insane amount of models in there. I mean, insane. I'm having a guess and saying, well, we know the Terminators are in there, we know the Termagants are in there, and we know there's the Lieutenant and Phobos armor. I'm having a guess, and I'm going to say there's going to be something like 30 Termagants. Just a guess, but that's what I'm going with. I'm going with probably, maybe a unit of 10 Homagants or something like that. And there's not going to be every single model in the range, but I think they're going to give you enough just to wet your beak with the Tyranids. The Space Marines is going to be, I don't know, it's probably going to be a 10-man squad of intercessors, I imagine, or heavy intercessors or something like that. Some sort of infantry unit in there. Terminators are in there. The Dreadnought apparently is going to be in there. New sculptor of Dreadnought, is going to be absolutely amazing. We haven't seen it yet, but when we do, I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. And what I think with the Dreadnought as well is they're going to take the Dreadnought, the kit itself, and in that box you're going to be able to make Dreadnought, the Venerable Dreadnought, the Ironclad Dreadnought, any sort of Dreadnought class you're going to be able to make. Now, not talking about the Brutalis Dreadnought, because that's totally different on its own. But the reason I say that is because they're all the same sort of design. The normal Dreadnought, the Venerable Dreadnought, and the Ironclad do the same sort of design. But instead of having 3 boxes, they're going to put all in this one box. Why would they do that? Because it's going to save them money. They're not having to save money on packaging. They're saving money on having to ship all these different boxes. It's just one box. And they'll probably put the price up by 5 or 10. They'll probably 50 quid or something for that one box. But you'll have all those bits in there. I don't know if it's good or not, but anyway, I've raved on for 19 minutes now. Jeez. I'm super hyped for next week. I'm super hyped for 10th. I'm super hyped. I'm actually really delighted that Mark's coming back for another game. He actually messaged me today because I was just I needed the 15th off, and I was looked. And I said, I'm going to look at the roster. If they've scheduled me for a day off on the 15th, I'm going to tell them no, I want it the week after the holiday. I looked, I was working. So then I went outside and there's a message from Mark and I was like, actually, I'll take it. I'll take it. 2 signs are going to tell me to take it, I'm going to take it. So I'm just super hyped about everything now. Anyway, I'm delighted that he's come back for another game. Come back to kick my ass again. I'm going to bring you down and show you the vote. Now, don't panic, guys. I know you voted for the big guy last week, and I haven't finished him yet. he will be up hopefully tomorrow. I'm hoping. The vote goes as normal, and the way you do the vote is I'll show you host of models, and you vote on what you want me to paint for next Monday's painting video. Now, don't say paint all of them because they won't count. You can vote for more than one model. The votes will be looked at on 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. So get your vote in before that, and it'll count. If I look at the votes at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon, it still counts because that's when I'm looking here. Yeah, there's some good ones down here. Right, let's have a look what's up for voting. So we've got the Venom Crawler. We have the Brutalis Dreadnought. We have Vista. Some of the likely culprits here. I was went to move some of these and put some different ones here, but I just didn't do it. We have the Farseer on foot. We have the Commissar. We have Chaos Knights. There's a unit of these guys. We have the Engine Seer at the back here. We have the Warlock, on the Skyrunner. Yes, I primed him up and glued him to his flying stand, so he's ready. We have a Lictor. We have a unit of Hand Banshees, unit of Horrors. We have the Despoiler. We have Zodward Wartsnagger. We have Grandmaster Azrael. That's a fantastic sculpt. We have Sergeant Ripper Jackson. We have the Chronomancer. We have a unit of Demonettes. Unit of Chaos Space Marines. Unit of Plague Bearers. And I found my little tool to do their bases, so that's handy enough. We had Lord Typhus. We had the the Lieutenant. There's no more Primaris. They're not talking about them anymore. Well, it's Primaris Lieutenant anyway. We have the 8-bound, which is another unit. We have a Giant. We have a Doomstalker. Right, so some of you will know from looking at that and going, wait a minute, I know what's not there. That must have won the vote for last weekend. It's in the painting video. And just as I started to show you what I said, I showed you a little snippet of it. Yeah, so, and hopefully, I said that hopefully the fact that it's taken me longer than it should have, well, longer than it has to get it done, I do it justice. There's also a wild card to vote on, guys. What's the wild card? You'll find out if it wins. So just chuck your comments below what you vote on. If you have any questions for me, chuck them below and I'll answer them straight away, give you an answer straight away and then address it next week. Or if it can wait, I'll address it next week as normal. Or you can go on to Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page. There's a messenger button there. You can message me directly and I have a conversation with you, not a problem. I may not respond straight away, but I will respond to you. If you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, hit the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing. And turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone else that's subscribed to the channel, guys, it means a lot to me. Thank you very much. 502 subscribers now. Absolutely fantastic. You know, it's really, really good. Makes me feel really good. And especially when you guys comment to me, I really enjoy that. You know, I really enjoy the comment. Even if it's a good comment or a bad comment, doesn't matter, I really enjoy that. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Like I said, buckle up because over the next few days, you're going to start seeing things ramped up. Once I've got this guy, this big bad boy, this big, massive bad boy, finished, it's going to be all go. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching and take it easy.